What if checking your blood pressure too often is actually making things worse instead of better? Not always, but sometimes, yes. In the next few minutes, you'll understand why constant monitoring can confuse your mind, affect your readings, and what a healthier, calmer approach may look like in real life. Why you should keep watching. If you've been checking your blood pressure many times a day, or even thinking about it often, this video is for you. You're going to learn something most people never get explained properly. Why more checking does not always mean more safety. In fact, it can sometimes lead to more stress, more confusion, and even misleading numbers. By the end of this video, you'll know how blood pressure actually changes throughout the day, what mistakes people make when checking it at home, how often you may actually need to check it, and how to stay calm while still taking care of your health. Let's break it down in a simple human way. Blood pressure is not a fixed number. First, you need to understand one important thing. Blood pressure is not a fixed number. It is always changing. It changes when you walk. It changes when you talk. It changes when you feel stressed. It even changes after drinking tea or coffee. So when someone checks it many times in a day, they are not seeing one stable truth. They are seeing natural ups and downs of the body. For example, imagine you check it in the morning and it's slightly high. Then you check again after sitting quietly, and it looks normal. Later, it goes up again after a stressful phone call. Now your mind starts thinking something is wrong. But in reality, your body is just reacting normally. This is why constant checking can sometimes create more worry than clarity. The stress loop many people don't notice. Here's something interesting that many people don't realize. When you worry about your blood pressure, your body can actually respond to that worry. Stress hormones can rise slightly. Heart rate can increase. And blood pressure may also go up for a short time. So you check it, it's high, you get more worried, then it goes up again. This becomes a loop. Not because something dangerous is happening every time, but because anxiety and checking are feeding each other. Let's take a simple example. Think of someone named Ahmed. He checks his blood pressure 5 times a day. Each time he sees a different number. Even small changes make him anxious. He starts sitting quietly for long periods just to get a good reading, but instead of feeling safer, he feels more stressed than before. This is what we mean by a stress loop, and it is more common than people think. Why home readings can be misleading. Another important point is how readings are taken at home. Small mistakes can change the result more than people realize. For example, talking while measuring, not resting before checking, cuff placed incorrectly, checking right after walking or eating, crossed legs or tense body. Even these small things can slightly change the number. So if someone checks many times a day under different conditions, they may think their blood pressure is unstable, even when the real issue is just measurement conditions. This is why doctors often look at patterns, not single readings. One reading does not define your health. A pattern over time gives a much clearer picture. So instead of focusing on every small change, it is often more useful to focus on consistent, correct readings taken at proper times. What doctors usually recommend instead? In many cases, healthcare professionals may not suggest checking blood pressure all day long. Instead, they often recommend structured monitoring. For example, checking at the same time each day, sitting calmly for a few minutes before measuring, taking 2 readings and noting the average, recording results over days or weeks. This gives a more accurate picture than repeated checking throughout the day. Think of it like taking a photo versus a full video. A single photo taken at the wrong moment can be misleading, but a series of photos over time tells the real story. That's why timing and consistency matter more than frequency. It's not about ignoring your health, it's about measuring it in a smarter way. When checking more often may be needed. Now, it's important to be balanced. There are situations where more frequent monitoring may be recommended by a doctor. For example, if someone is starting a new medication, adjusting treatments, recovering from a health issue, or under medical supervision. In these cases, closer monitoring can help doctors understand how the body is responding. But even then, it is usually done with a plan, not random checking throughout the day. So the key question is not how often should I check? The better question is, what has my doctor advised for my situation? That difference matters a lot. How to measure it correctly. Let's make this practical. If you are checking your blood pressure at home, doing it the right way can make a big difference. First, sit quietly for at least 5 minutes before measuring. No talking. No phone scrolling. Keep your feet flat on the ground. Don't cross your legs. Keep your arms supported at heart level. Try to avoid checking right after exercise, heavy meals, or stressful moments. And most importantly, try to check at the same time each day if possible. Morning and evening readings are often used in many routines because they show a clearer daily pattern. Also, take 2 readings about 1 minute apart and note the average. This can reduce small errors. These simple steps can make your readings more reliable and less confusing. The mental side of constant checking. Let's talk about something people don't discuss enough. The mental pressure of constant checking. When someone keeps checking their blood pressure again and again, it can slowly increase health anxiety. Even normal numbers may start feeling not good enough. This can affect daily life. It can make people less relaxed, more cautious, and sometimes overly focused on numbers. But health is not just a number on a screen. It is how you feel during your day, your energy, your sleep, your ability to move and live comfortably. Numbers are important, yes, but they should support your peace of mind, not control it. Sometimes, stepping back from frequent checking can actually help reduce stress and give a clearer overall picture. A simple story. Let's go back to a simple story. A woman named Sarah starts checking her blood pressure many times a day after one high reading at the clinic. At first, she feels it helps her stay safe, but slowly, she starts feeling tense. Every small change worries her. She begins checking more and more. One day, her doctor explains something simple. Her readings are not showing danger, just normal variation and stress response from frequent checking. She switches to checking twice a day, calmly, at fixed times. Over time, she feels less anxious. Her readings become more stable, and she starts focusing more on walking, sleep, and daily habits instead of constant monitoring. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe for more.